Viewers, welcome to We Learn's channel. Today in this video we will discuss 25 very important questions of child development and pedagogy of CTET paper 1, and the paper is of September 2016. Let's start. The first question is, as a teacher who firmly believes in social constructivist theory of Lev Vygotsky, which of the following methods would you prefer for assessing your students? Option A, collaborative projects. Option B, standardized test. Option C, fact-based recall questions. And option D, objective multiple choice question. And the correct answer is option A, collaborative projects. Clear? Next, question number 2. To cater to individual differences in his classroom, a teacher should, option A, have uniform and standard ways of teaching and assessment. Option B, segregate and label children based on their marks. Option C, engage in dialogue with students and value their perspectives. And option D, impose strict rules upon his students. And the right answer will be option C, which is engage in a dialogue with student and value their perspectives. Next, question number 3. Assessment is purposeful if, option A, it induces fear and stress among the students. Option B, it serves as a feedback for the students as well as the teachers. Option C, it is done only once at the end of the year. Option D, comparative evaluations are made to differentiate between the students' achievement. And here the right option will be option B, that is, it serves as a feedback for the student as well as the teachers. Now come to next question. Question number 4. According to NCF 2005, the role of a teacher has to be, option A, authoritative. Option B, dictatorial. Option C, permissive. And here option D is facilitative. And here the option will be last one, that means option D, facilitative. Clear? This one, clear? Facilitative. Next, question number 5. Research suggests that in a diverse classroom, a teacher's expectation from a student does their learning. So here options are, option A, have a significant impact on. Option B, are the sole determinant of. Option C, should not be correlated with. And option D, do not have any effect on. And here the correct answer will be option A, have a significant impact on. Next, question number 6. Inclusion of children with special needs. Option A is a unrealistic goal. Option B is detrimental to students without disabilities. Option C will increase the burden of schools. Option D requires a change in attitude, content and approach to teaching. And the correct answer will be option D, that means requires a change in attitude, content and approach to teaching. Clear? Next, question number 7. Having a diverse classroom, the children from varied social, economic and cultural background enriches the learning experience of all students. The statement is, option A, incorrect because it can confuse the children and they may feel lost. Option B, correct because children learn many skills from their peers. Option C, correct because it makes the classroom more hierarchical. Option D, incorrect because it leads to unnecessary competition. And the correct option will be option B. Here option B, that means correct because children learn many skills from their peers. Now next question, question number 8. A child with hearing impairment And options are: A, should be sent only to the school for the hearing impaired and not to a regular school. Option B, will not benefit from academic education only and should be given vocational training instead. Option C, can do very well in a regular school if suitable facilitation and resources are provided. And option D, will never be able to perform on a par with classmates in a regular school. And the correct option will be option C, can do very well in a regular school if suitable facilitation and resources are provided. Next, question number 9. Which of the following is a characteristic of a gifted learner? Options are: option A, he get aggressive and frustrated. Option B, he can feel understimulated and bored if the class activities are not challenging enough. Option C, he is highly temperamental. Option D, he engages in ritualistic behavior like hand flapping, rocking, etc. And the correct option will be answer option A, that is, he get aggressive and frustrated. Now come to next question. Question number 10. A teacher can enhance effective learning in her elementary classroom by: option A, offering reward for small steps in learning. Option B, drill and practice. Option C, encouraging competition amongst her students. Option D, connecting the content to the lives of the students. And here correct option will be option D, connecting the content to the lives of the student. Clear? Next, which of the following statement about children are correct? Number 1, children are passive recipient of knowledge. Option 2, children are problem solving. Option 3, children are scientific investigators. And 4, children are active explorers of the environment. That means here 4 suitable options are given. Among them, some of them are correct and they are arranged in this way. Suppose option A 1, 2 and 4, option B 2, 3, 4, option C 1, 2, 3, 4 and option D 1, 2, 3. Here the correct answer will be option B. So let's see how it is correct. Option B means 2, 3 and 4. That means here these three are correct. 2, 3 and 4. 2, 3 and 4 and this one is not correct. Clear? Next, question number 12. Which of the following is the most effective method to encourage conceptual development in students? Option A, new concept need to be understood on their own without any reference to the old one. Option B, replace the students' incorrect ideas with correct ones by asking them to memorize. Option C, give students multiple examples and encourage them to use reasoning. Option D, use punishment till students have made the required conceptual changes. And the correct option will be option C. Clear? Question number 13. Primary school children will learn more effectively in an atmosphere. Option A, where their emotional needs are met and they feel that they are valued. Option B, where the teacher is authoritative and clearly dictates what should be done. Option C, there are where the focus and stress are only on mastering primarily cognitive skill and reading, writing and mathematics. Option D, where the teacher leads all the learning and expects student to play a passive role. And the correct option will be option A. Clear? Next question. A child sees a crow flying past the windows and says, a bird. What does that suggest about the child thinking? And here some options are given. Among them, which are correct, you have to choose. First one, the child has previously stored memories. 2 number, the child has developed the concept of a bird. The child has developed some tools of language to communicate her experience. And here the correct and options are A number 1 and 2, option B 2 and 3, option C 1, 2 and 3, option D only 2, and the correct will be option C, that means 1, 2 and 3. That means all these three are correct. Clear? Next, 50 number question. What should a teacher tell her student to encourage them to do task with intrinsic motivation? A number, come on, finish it before she does. Why can't you be like him? C, he has done it perfectly. C, completely the task first and get a coffee. And option D, try to do it, you will learn. 15, the option will be last one, that is D. Clear? Sixteen number question. How can a teacher encourage the student to be intrinsically motivated towards learning for the sake of learning? Option A, by including anxiety and fear. Option B, by giving competitive tests. Option C, by supporting them in selling individual goals and their mastery. Option D, by offering tangible rewards such as toffees. And correct option will be option C. Next, 17. In an elementary classroom, an effective teacher should aim at the students to be motivated. Options are option A, to learn so that they become curious and love learning for its own sake. Option B, to rote memorize so that they become good at recall. And other two options are here. Option C, by using punitive measures so that they respect the teachers. Option D, to perform so that they get good mark in the end of the year examination. And the correct option will be, here you see, option A, to learn so that they become curious and love learning for its own sake. This one is the correct answer. Clear? Next, question number 18. Which of the following is an example of effective school practice? Option A, constant competitive evaluation. Option B, corporal punishment. Option B, individualized learning. Option D, competitive classroom. And the correct option will be individualized learning, this one. Clear? Next, question number 19. The cephalocaudal principle of development explains how development proceeds from. Options are Option A, general to specific functions. Option B, differentiated to integrated function. Option C, head to toe. And option D, rural and urban areas. And the option correct answer will be option C, head to toe. Next, which of the following is a sensitive period of painting pertaining to knowledge development? Option A, prenatal period. Option B, middle childhood period. Option C, adulthood. Option D, early childhood period. And the correct answer will be early childhood period, option D. Now question number 21. A 6-year-old girl shows exceptional sporting ability. Both of her parents and sports person send her for coaching every day and train her on weekends. Her capabilities are most likely to be the result of an interaction between. The options are option A, heredity and environment. Option B, growth and development. Option C, health and training. Option D, discipline and nutrition. And the correct option will be option A, heredity and environment. Next, question number 22. Which of the following are secondary agents of socialization? Option A, family and neighborhood. Option B, school and neighborhood. Option C, school and immediate family members. Option D, family and relatives. And the correct option will be option D, that is school and neighborhood. Now question number 23. According to Leigh Vygotsky, the primary cause of cognitive development is A, equilibration. Option B, social interaction. Option C, adjustment of mental schemas. Option D, stimulus response pairing. And the correct option will be option B, that is social interaction. Now come to next question. Question number 24. In the context of Kohlberg's stages of moral reasoning, under which stage would the given typical response of a child fall? Your parents will be proud of you if you are honest. So you should be honest. Here a quote is given. On the basis of this, you should use the Kohlberg stages of moral reasoning, and suitable options are given here. Option A, punishment obedient orientation. Option B, social contract orientation. Option C, good girl good boy orientation. Option D, law and order orientation. And the correct answer will be option C, that is good girl good boy orientation. Next, question number 25. According to Jean Piaget, which of the following is necessary for learning? Option A, active exploration of the environment by the learner. Option B, observing the behavior of adults. Option C, belief in immanent justice. Option D, reinforcement by teachers and parents. And the correct option will be option A, which is active exploration of the environment by the learners. Next question. According to Jean Piaget, schema building across a result of modifying new information to fit existing schemas, and by modifying old schemas as per new information. These two processes are known as option A, accommodation and adaptation. Option B, assimilation and adaptation. Option C, equilibration and modification. And option D, assimilation and accommodation. And here the correct answer will be option D, that is assimilation and accommodation. Now next question. In a progressive classroom setup, the teacher facilitates learning by providing an environment that option A promotes discovery, option B is restrictive, option C discourages inclusion, option D encourages repetition. Okay, so here the correct option will be option A, that is promotes discovery. Now question number 28. Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence suggests that options are option A, every child should be taught every subject in 8 different ways in order to develop all the intelligences. Next option B, intelligence is slowly determined by IQ test. Option B, teachers should use MI as a framework for devising alternative ways to teach the subject matter. Option D, ability to destiny and does not change over a period of time. And the here correct option will be option C, that is teachers should use MI means multiple intelligence as a framework for devising alternative ways to teach the subject matter. Now question number 29. A 5-year-old girl talks to herself while trying to fold a t-shirt. Which of the following statement is correct in the context of the behavior displayed by the girl? Options are option A, Jean Piaget and Lev Vygotsky would explain his as egocentric nature of the child thoughts. Option B, Jean Piaget would explain this as egocentric speech, while Lev Vygotsky would explain this as the child attempt to regulate her actions through private speech. Option C, Jean Piaget would explain this as social interaction, while Lev Vygotsky would explain this as an exploration. Option D, Jean Piaget and Lev Vygotsky would explain this as a child attempt to imitate her mother. And here the correct option will be second one, option B. This one is the correct option. That means Jean Piaget would explain this as egocentric speech, while Lev Vygotsky would explain this as the child attempt to regulate her actions through private speech. Now this one is the last question. Question number 30. Gender is A/N. Options are option A, biological entity, option B, psychological construct, option C, innate quality, option D, social construct. And here the correct option will be last one, that is option D, social construct. Clear? So thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.